everyone, it's Amanda. Today I'm going to be doing my March TBR. Happy Love a Redhead month, okay? I need you to like, subscribe down below because you have to send extra love to me this month. It's just the rules. I don't make them, but if you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel where we are cringe and the weirdos unite, okay? So once again, we have a really great reading month planned, okay? We have really great releases this month that I'm really excited for. March might be the best month of releases in my opinion so far this year. That makes me really excited. And also the sun is coming out. The sun is shining. It is a sunny day here in Michigan right now and I'm just like soaking it in like a plant. I also watered my plant today. You can tell that I've been slacking from that yellow leaf over there. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I know you're depressed when I'm depressed, and it's just, we have a relationship going and it's mutually beneficial and mutually not great, whatever that word is. Mutually non-beneficial when I'm feeling down. My plant is also feeling down, okay? So anyway, I digress. Let's just get into the books and be sure to like, subscribe down below if you love romance books like me. I would love to have you here. So first up, I meant to put this on my February TBR, but I haven't read it, so that's actually good. And that is Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen. The first edition, it has these sparkly blue edges and I'm in love with this. This is a Viking romance. Am I right about this or am I wrong about this? Norse lore. Yes, that's gonna be so good. I've been really excited for this one ever since, I mean, it's been about, I don't know, maybe 8 months since I pre-ordered it. And then it got here and I was so excited. Then we had a tornado. Oh my god. So many things have happened. But yeah, a shield maiden blessed by the gods battles to unite a nation under a power-hungry king while fighting her growing desire for his fiery son in this Norse-inspired fantasy romance. Forbidden attraction, forbidden love. I've heard really good things about this and the romance and also the fantasy elements in this one. Next up, we have a dark romance that I have been so excited for. It's by Pam Godwin. It's called Hills of Shivers and Shadows. And this one is gonna be so good. It's set in Alaska. I think we have a captor-captive situation. I think this lady gets kidnapped and she had like a falling out with her husband and she gets kidnapped by this guy and then he brings her to Alaska and his 3 sons are there. I mean, it's giving a little bit of Credence vibes, but like darker elements. I love an isolated setting. I love White Shoes, which this one is. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then I love dark romance, so like it's gonna be so good. Then we have a new Kennedy Ryan book called This Could Be Us. This one is the second book in a companion series. The first one is Before I Let Go. What I know about this one is also pretty minimal, but I know we follow a woman who has been betrayed by her husband and she has a mom as well. And I don't know if he betrays her in like the cheating aspect of it or if there's something worse that he does, but he does something terrible and she ends up having to kind of find herself on this new path of life that she didn't intend to have. And she goes on a journey of learning her self-worth, learning to love herself, and in the middle of that she finds love again, and so it's a second chance at love and rebuilding her life with kids. What I love about this one is that it's different from what I typically read. So I get a lot of variety and I love that, and I love the emotional damage that Kennedy Ryan puts us through. And these characters are more mature, they're older, and it just shines light on a different perspective of life and people's hardships. Then we have the Sugar and Spice Book Club pick, which is My Dark Desire by Parker S. Huntington and LJ Shen. This book I have been waiting for. Oh my god, I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be so good. It's a dark Cinderella retelling, and I loved My Dark Romeo. If you haven't read that one, highly recommend. This is a standalone series though, so you can definitely read this one with us. But this one follows a revenge plot. We have a maid. I think this girl ends up trying to steal something from this guy's family or something, and he ends up hiring her as the maid or like forcing her or bribing her in some way to be the maid of the house. I don't know. It sounds really good. It's a dark romance Cinderella retelling and it also has forced proximity. I really hope it's as good as My Dark Romeo. I loved the balance between dark elements and comedy in My Dark Romeo. So if you want to join us, the live show will be the last Tuesday of the month. I think it might be the 26th or the 27th. I don't remember, but last Tuesday of the month, 8 Eastern. Then for classic literature this month, it's on Catherine's channel at Bookishly Catherine, and she picked an Omegaverse this time around. We're reading Sarah Ballou, I think her name is, and it's Omega's Obsession. It's MMF, and it has all the juicy things that Omegaverse has. Now, I haven't read a ton of Omegaverse, so this is me kind of dabbling in. I recently read one that kind of gave Omegaverse vibes, which was Court of Beasts by K.A. Knight, the third one in the Court of Nightmares kind of universe, and that one was pretty good, so I'm pretty excited to dive into more of these. This one will be definitely more intense, but it has all the heats, the nodding. So we're dabbling into unseen territory. And it's also Brother's Best Friend. The first live show is going to be, actually when this goes up, it'll be tomorrow. So Monday the 3rd. Next we have The Homewrecker by Sarah Kate. This comes out this month as well. It is MMF. There's cheating. And this just sounds like it's gonna be a fun ass time. I recently read another book with cheating in it, and I was like, this is so fire. So I think I might like that in my books. It's just so fun. It's so forbidden. I literally was living. I don't remember what book it was. Let me figure it out, because I feel like I need to wreck you guys. Oh, Hawk by Jessie Hall. That had cheating, and I was eating it up. Now, granted, the guy was a piece of shit, so like naturally you're gonna root for the new one, but it was just a fun time. The forbidden, the whole like they're doing it in the same household. Oh my god. We'll talk about that at a later date. But yeah, this one has a husband and wife that are kind of in marriage in trouble, and this other guy comes in the mix and wants to teach them a thing or two about how to spice it up. And so that just sounds like a fun time. And I've seen a lot of the quotes on Instagram from the author, and I'm so ready for this. I think I'm gonna really love it. And Sarah Kate, you could never miss, but I loved the first one in this series, The Antihero. So next we have The Veiled Kingdom by Holly Renee. Now this one I haven't seen on a ton of people's radar lately, which surprises me because her first series, or the series that I know about by this author, is really popular. So this one is a new fantasy romance series, and it's gonna be found family, forbidden, enemies to lovers vibes. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I haven't read from this author before, but I figured the new series is a great place to start, and then if I like her writing, I will read the past series that is finished now. I believe the first one's called like Kingdom of Stars and something, but I heard good things about the author. I love an enemies to lovers story. I mean, we have our enemies to lovers shirt on today by one of my favorite shops. I'm sure you guys know about this shop, but if you don't, this shirt is from Book Babes. Hold on. Book Babes Designs, I believe. I don't want to give you the wrong thing. bookbabesdesigns.shop. And she has like a bunch of followers. I'm sure you know, but just in case, I love her shop. She does little drops here and there in random months, and right now she's doing her mug sale, and I already have 2 of them, but I want like the whole collection, so I'm gonna definitely place an order on payday. But the last things that she did were these t-shirts, and they're all just so cute. There's a slow burn one, and it's really cute. It has a car on it, and it says meet me at the bookstore. Love that. And then she also did this villain one that I obviously had to get. They're just so cute, and this one is really cute. And the back also says the same thing. Excuse my hair. It probably looks like shit from the back, but anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. I'm so sorry. Definitely looking forward to that release. And Barnes & Noble has a exclusive edition that is hot pink, so obviously I'm gonna get that one. Then another fantasy romance that's on my radar right now is Road of Bones. It's another Viking romance that I've seen going around. We'll see. I need to see a couple more people's reviews of it in depth to see if I'm gonna read it, but it's on my radar, and I figured I'd put it on this list. Okay, next, I've been on a little bit of a monster romance kick lately. So I have a couple that I would love to get to, and my good friend Catherine that we spoke about earlier that we're doing classic literature with, she's doing a March Madness monster romance bonanza. So I feel like I need to participate at least a little bit in that. So one of them is going to be Impromptu Match by Lily Mayne. Lily Mayne, I've been reading her Soul Eater series, whatever that series is called, but I read Eden last month, and I'm just making my way through the series, and it's just been really fun. So I've been having the time of my life, and she has a new release called Impromptu Match. It's a wrestler male-male romance, and this one is a office romance between an M-Pin and a human. And an M-Pin apparently is a monster that sucks in emotions, so like an empath, but it's a monster, you know. I am very excited. I hope it's good. I mean, I'm new to Lily Mayne, but I also have read 2 books from her, so I feel like I do like her writing style. I think another one that might count is Cracked Blue Sky, which I don't know where I saw this, but I saw it, and I feel like I should be shouting out the person I saw it from, but I forget who it was. But Cracked Blue Sky is a dark werewolf cowboy and detective romance, enemies to lovers, and it's a dark romance thriller suspense kind of vibe, and I just think it sounds so good. And I don't remember why I thought it sounded really good, but it has great reviews. I think it's pretty short. Then lastly, we have a dark romance that is called The Wallflower. This one came up, I think, in my recommended as well. I liked the cover, and then I started seeing it on Instagram, so I'm like, okay, it was meant to be. It's a bully romance. It's dark, it's enemies to lovers, and it also has consensual non-consent, so sign me up for that. I think the author also just released book 2 in this series, and I've heard good things about that one from the ARC reviews, so if I like this one, I'll definitely dive right into the next one. But yeah, I think it's called The Wildflower, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, those are all the books that I want to read this month. If you made it this far, leave a clover emoji for the month of March. I hope you guys have a very lucky month, and kiss a redhead for me, why don't you? And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!